Good afternoon, everyone. We would like to welcome our graduates, families, and friends here on what is a very special day for you, your Macquarie University graduation ceremony. Firstly, I would like to ask you all to please ensure that your mobile phone has been switched off. There are a couple of items I need to run through before the ceremony starts. Firstly, you are all welcome to take photographs during the ceremony. However, we do ask that you remain in your seats so that you do not impede the view of the other guests. Under no circumstances should anyone stand in the centre aisle or approach the stage. Please note that this ceremony will be streamed live on the Macquarie University YouTube channel. Should we have a situation that requires us to evacuate the building, please follow the instructions of our security staff. There are 4 exits from the graduation hall, 1 in each corner of the building, 2 in the back corners and 2 in the front. You will also find our safety information on the back page of your program. Plaques, frames and photography services are available in the atrium building next to the refreshments marquee. If you have pre-ordered a frame or plaque, please make sure you collect it there today. In a moment, the Chancellor of Macquarie University, the Honourable Michael Egan AO, accompanied by the academic procession, will enter the graduation hall. When the procession has arrived on the stage, Advance Australia Fair will be performed and you are invited to join in the singing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the academic procession.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Mr. Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country. Mr. Tobin.
Thank you. Warami Nalawa. Hello and welcome to the lands of the Wallamedigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to thank the University for their acknowledgement of us and for the invitation to welcome you here this afternoon. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated, particularly by our elders. My family descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burrabrongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. So he sent his daughter Maria into the native institution, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie himself, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them and became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name from. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason, for your progress progresses us all. Your advancement is our advancement. Now, this was perhaps more readily understood in traditional times, when camps were smaller and clan groups abided by strict sharing laws. It meant that the food that you caught and brought back got distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune with us enjoyed by all, your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we're clever about it. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 200 years ago, he described the people he encountered here as one of the happiest people he'd met in the world. They had nothing, he wrote, but the tools they carried. They made shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down. They harvested from the earth without clearing it or tilling it. In traditional times, everyone was accorded rights to the country or clan area where he or she was born into. So there's normally no homeless people, and no rich and poor either. Everyone had pretty much the same amount of gear, what you could carry. There were no armies or jails or even police. We have no history of slavery or empire building. People cooperated to collect resources which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands are maintained in their natural state with rivers unpolluted and clean enough to drink from, where people have been doing that for the past 20,000 years here. Don't do it now yet. Now remember, this is not a dream or an ideal. This was normal life, and not so long ago either. And there's no reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. So I would say to you, expect great things from your lives and do great things. And don't be afraid to share your gifts with the rest of the camp. Remember, our advancement is your advancement too. And being beautiful with each other is actually the way we get a beautiful world. So let's do that. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine now by getting off and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you and all the best in our collective futures. Welcome to country. Yana.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to introduce the Chancellor of Macquarie University, the Honourable Michael Egan AO. Chancellor.
Thank you, Chris Tobin, for your welcome to country. Well, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and I see we have a number of little babies with us this afternoon too, and they are especially welcome. Please don't feel if they make a noise or start to cry that you have to take them out. We'd much prefer that you stayed with them in the hall. I'm not a superstitious person, but we have discovered here at Macquarie University from rigorous scientific research that a crying baby brings good luck. So they're most welcome, and we've also discovered that a baby who cries during a graduation ceremony inevitably comes back within 25 years to take out their first PhD. So let them cry away. Well, ladies and gentlemen and graduands, let me first welcome the graduands. And I hope that today will be a very happy and a very memorable occasion for you all. But that will only be the case if you all relax and enjoy yourself. Some of you look a little nervous. You look as though you're about to go into the exam room rather than collect your degrees. So just sit back and relax. Nothing can go wrong today. The worst thing that can happen, and it has happened occasionally, is that people trip when they come up here and fall over. Well, that's okay. We've got all these people to help you back up on your feet again. So just relax and enjoy the day, because you deserve to take pride, great pride, in your graduation. Completing a degree is never easy. You need an intelligent and inquiring mind. You need determination and perseverance, and you need to make many sacrifices. So welcome and congratulations to each and every one of you. Today I also want to welcome, and especially welcome, those of you who are sitting behind our graduands or on that side of the hall as their invited guests. Because if you think about it just for a moment, you've clearly done well too. The very fact that you're here, the fact that you've been invited by one of our graduands to share one of the great days of their lives is proof positive that you've been very important in their lives and in the successes that we celebrate today. So mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, cousins, sons and daughters, grandmothers and grandfathers, friends, husbands and wives, partners, boyfriends, girlfriends, lovers, or whatever you are, congratulations and thank you for celebrating this great occasion with us. And by the way, the people in the hall aren't the only people observing today's graduation. This graduation is being live streamed. That means it's being watched by people in other parts of Australia and indeed all around the world. One of our graduations last week was viewed in 15 different countries. So our graduands here today will have many friends and family members in all parts of the globe watching on. And it's the camera up there that's televising things, so if you want to give your friends and family a wave, don't hesitate to do so. Now, I have a very important service for all of the observers today to perform for our newest graduates, as they will soon become. I want you to make sure that the degrees they receive today are never ever put in a bottom drawer, but are always proudly displayed in a position of prominence. If our graduands are too shy to proclaim their own success, you make sure that you do it for them. Now, the ceremony that we're about to participate in is one of the world's oldest social rituals. For centuries, graduates have been donning robes just like the ones our graduands are wearing today and participating in ceremonies just like this one. Indeed, there are some 50 universities in the world which can trace their history back more than 500 years. Now, as you know, Macquarie obviously is not one of them. We're very young, only 50 years of age this year. We proudly take our name from Australia's greatest colonial governor, Governor Lachlan Macquarie, a man whose greatness and achievements were never acknowledged by his contemporaries, but only by history. Those of us who went to school in New South Wales learned that Macquarie was a great builder, but his greatest legacy had nothing to do with bricks and mortar. His greatest legacy was the ethos he established, much to the chagrin of the British authorities, of an egalitarian society. Because it was Macquarie's insistence that in this fledgling convict colony there be no distinction between the free and the freed that was the foundation of the Australian notion of a fair go for all. And that is a legacy that here at Macquarie we will always aim to maintain and honour. After our first 50 years, we now have more than 150,000 Macquarie graduates living in more than 140 countries. Macquarie is a very modern and outward-looking university. We're regarded as one of Australia's leading research universities and are currently extending our research as we are our course offerings and our facilities. On your way here this afternoon, you may have seen our Macquarie University Hospital, which is only a few years old, I think 4 years old. We're the only university in Australia with its own private hospital. And as well as being used for its primary purpose of treating sick people, it's also used by the postgraduate medical students and the academics in our School of Advanced Medicine. And I can assure you it's a great hospital. The level of care is fantastic. I know that from personal experience. I was a patient there for 3 days last year, and the level of care is just absolutely second to none, especially when you're the Chancellor. We're also proud of our still new library, the only university library in Australia with an automated book retrieval system. And only last year we opened our Advanced Hearing Hub, which is a world-leading institute in hearing and language sciences. So we're looking forward and we're on the move. Here at Macquarie we have a very clear and straightforward mission, and that mission is to transform people's lives and to improve the lives not just of our own students, but also of people all around the globe by the work and achievements of our graduates and by the fruit of our research. We want Macquarie always to be a leader in teaching and learning, and a leader in the accumulation of knowledge and understanding. In other words, an ideal community of scholars. And graduands, in just a few minutes, it will be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars we proudly call Macquarie University. Now, graduands and ladies and gentlemen, it is also our pleasure at today's ceremony to honour, in accordance with a resolution of the University Council, Ms Heather Ridout, AO, for admission to the degree of Doctor of Business, honoris causa of Macquarie University. I now invite the Vice-Chancellor of Macquarie University, Professor Bruce Doughton, to read the citation. Professor Doughton.
Chancellor, Ms Heather Ridout is a company director and Reserve Bank board member known for her considerable contributions to business, industry and Indigenous education promotion. An officer of the Order of Australia, she has played a leading role in shaping the public policy debate on issues ranging from skills to tax, from infrastructure to climate change. Ms Ridout is currently Chair of the Trustee Board of Australian Super, the largest industry superannuation fund in Australia, managing $28 billion in superannuation from around 1.3 million citizens. She was appointed as an employer director on the fund's board by the Australian Industry Group. She is also a director of the Australian Securities Exchange and a number of companies, including Image Networks Holdings and Sims Metal Management, the world's largest publicly listed recycling company. She serves on a range of other boards, from the Australian Chamber Orchestra to Asia Link and the Advanced Australia Advisory Board and the LEK Consulting Advisory Board. Born in Deniliquin in rural New South Wales, she qualified with a Bachelor of Economics degree with honours from the University of Sydney. After a brief period as a political researcher, she joined the Metal Trades Industry Association in 1979. That group became the AI Group, a peak industry association which, together with its affiliates, now represents around 60,000 businesses employing more than 1 million people. Ms Ridout was the Chief Executive for 8 years until 2012, actively promoting the interests of employers in key sectors such as manufacturing, construction and telecommunications. She has an abiding interest in the nexus of politics, public policy and economics. Extremely effective as an industry lobbyist, Ms Ridout was described in 2011 as the voice of business in Canberra, and even dubbed the 21st member of a cabinet. She left the AI group to take up her Reserve Bank appointment. Heather Ridout's previous roles demonstrate her broad interests and abilities. She was a member of the Henry Tax Review Panel, a board member of Infrastructure Australia, a member of the Business Roundtable on Climate Change, a member of the National Workplace Relations Consultative Committee, and of the Prime Minister's Task Force on Manufacturing. Ms. Ridout's affiliation with the Faculty of Business and Economics at Macquarie University stretches back many years, including recent involvement in its annual Women, Management and Work Conference. Praised by former Prime Ministers, her opinion is sought after by the media regularly, and she appears in programs such as Q&A and Radio National Breakfast. Ms. Heather Ridout is co-chair of the Australia-Canada Economic Leadership Dialogue and a long-standing member of the Australian-American Leadership Dialogue. She is also a member of the B20, Business 20, 2014 Australian Leadership Group, the key private sector business advisory body to the forthcoming G20 Summit, which will be held in Brisbane in November. Chancellor, it is with extraordinary pleasure that I present to you Ms. Heather Ridout for the award of the degree Doctor of Business honoris causa.
Ms. Heather Ridout AO, in the name of the Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Business honoris causa. Ladies and gentlemen, I now invite Dr. Heather Ridout to deliver the occasional address. Thank you.
I did ask the Vice-Chancellor to be mercifully short. Well, unfortunately, it was a little longer. Chancellor, my old friend and compatriot, Michael Egan, we've done a lot of good things together over the years, Vice-Chancellor, members of faculty, members of staff, graduates and your families, your wonderful families, and for your friends, our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. May I begin by acknowledging the original owners of the land on which we meet and pay my respects to their elders past and present. I heard our previous Governor-General give that same comment the other day, and she thanked the elders of the land for teaching her to be an elder. And I thought that was a very, very nice thing. May I also begin by thanking the Chancellor and the University for the great honour you are awarding me. It is wonderful for many reasons. For those who know me, they will be aware that I regard intellectual curiosity as one of the most defining personal attributes and have enormous respect for our universities which have this ambition at their core and take it to its highest level. As well, as the Vice-Chancellor indicated, I have enjoyed a long and strong engagement with Macquarie University. I sat on the board of the Business School for a number of years, participated in your conferences, the Women and Labour Conference on many occasions. I've participated in other advisory committees and have enjoyed wonderful and rich relationships with many members of your faculty. A number are good friends, although we don't see enough of each other these days. Importantly, I've always liked how this university values and works on its relationship with the broader business community. Whether it is seeking to establish local ecosystems with technology and health industries, whether it's developing partnerships with various disciplines, making routine inviting business leaders to participate in the life of the university, the relationship between industry and business and Macquarie has been a shaping principle of how the university seeks to operate, and this has been very accurately managed. So this award is indeed special to me on a number of levels. Can I also congratulate you, the graduates? Today, as the Chancellor and the Vice-Chancellor have indicated, is a culmination of many years of study and commitment. You and your families should be justly proud and very pleased. Education is an ultimate determiner of the choices you have in life, not the only one. Without the degree you are receiving today, your choices would be much more limited, or more positively, with it they are greatly expanded and enriched. However, I also hope today marks a point at which you can say to yourself, I set out to achieve something important. I knew it would require effort and resoluteness, and I have achieved it. This, to me, the importance of the realisation that you can set goals and achieve them, is a great understanding that will set you up for the life ahead. Not enough of us mark the spot in this way, conscious, understandably, of the euphoria of the moment, and parents filled with pride, peppered with relief that the education journey of their kids has reached this high point. So take a moment to reflect on what receiving this degree means to you and says about you. This focus on self-awareness and purpose is very important. Self-awareness is a key attribute of leadership. You need to understand the importance of the footprints you make in life. You need to understand the importance of the choices you make. You need to understand that you can make a difference, and that while your career may bring material rewards, in the ultimate, it is how you view yourself and what you have contributed that really counts. The first female Prime Minister of Australia, Julia Gillard, made to me what is a very important remark in a recently published book, Whatever You Think About Her. She said, and I quote, "At the end of the day, when I go home and pull up the drawbridge, I want to be able to recognise myself." When I became CEO of my old organisation, AI Group, you may not be aware, but I was the first female graduate employed there. This organisation was 120 years when I joined it. The first female director, and I had 3 terrific kids along the way. In fact, one of them is having their birthday today. But I stood up in front of the whole staff and I told them what I stood for, what my credo was. I hadn't thought to do this. They had all known me for a long time there before. But before taking on this position, I went to a wonderful course at another great university, the University of Columbia in New York, and spent time thinking about where I was on my journey and what I could bring to this challenging job. There were very difficult times in this role. There was a lot of public scrutiny, often quite unflattering. However, in the ultimate, I wanted to leave that job, that position, feeling that I had tried very hard to make a difference, that I had worked very hard on public policy, ran a fine organisation with a vibrant and contemporary culture, and that when I looked myself in the mirror, I could recognise myself. Indeed, this sense of purpose is a definer of people I meet who are very high achievers, whether it be at the Reserve Bank. Here, there are extremely gifted and talented, hard-working and dedicated people, but at their core, what drives them is the sense of purpose, this sense of public spiritedness. They are doing something important and valuable for Australia, and indeed for the world. As well, there's a lot of sledging of politicians, some of it deserved, but most go there, in my experience, and I've known an awful lot of them, with the ambition to make a difference, and Michael, of course, was one of the key people there. And the best ones, like him, the ones you want to look up to and learn from, are motivated by the same sense of purpose, the desire to make a difference to Australia. And in his case, he's made a very fine one and continues to do so. In Australian Super, where we have actually $78 billion under management and 2.1 million Australians in the fund, we have a wonderful staff of highly capable and talented people, people who could work in lots of organisations, often for more money. But they like it there because the organisation has a sense of purpose that they share. So this understanding that what you do, that the choices you make should also be shaped by a sense of purpose is vitally important. And that while we like to eat and we like to enjoy a good lifestyle, when we pull up the drawbridge at the end of the day, the real satisfaction will come from an understanding of who we are and whether we are comfortable and happy with the choices we have made. So today is one of those days when you should reflect on these things. As the great Nobel Prize-winning economist Amartya Sen spoke a lot about individual capability and choices. Indeed, to him, as Dr. Ken Henry recently noted, it was a matter of primary interest of itself. Indeed, his view was that the core concern of public policy should be to the extent to which individuals enjoy a set of capabilities that provides them the choice to choose a life of value. To choose a life of value. You have those capabilities, that opportunity to choose a life of value. This capability, of course, was built up over decades of investment in education and other infrastructure and huge efforts by a generation of Australians and our Indigenous forebearers. But this is a subject for another day. May I conclude by recounting a recent moment on that drama program, Q&A, that was on recently. It isn't meant to be one, I must say, but it often is. Certainly the last time I was on it was the occasion that Clive Palmer blew up and made his most intemperate remarks against the Chinese government. However, it wasn't that moment that I reflected on most, nor was it the discussion about the budget, but I certainly had a view of that too. The one that I really did reflect on was when the young girl asked the question about what should determine which party she should vote for when she's eligible to vote. It was agreed by all of us on the panel that values should be central to this. But the issue that on reflection I thought I should have emphasised more was your sense of citizenship, what you can contribute back to your community. This goes to the sense of purpose I've been talking about today. So may I conclude again by congratulating you all on your great achievement, encourage you to also think about what it means and says about you as a person, and take an awful lot of pride in that. Thank you very much.
Choose a life of value. That's very, very good advice. Well, graduands and ladies and gentlemen, I think you'll agree we've been very privileged today to have such a distinguished Australian as Heather Ridout give the occasional address. I've known Heather for quite some time now. She is one of the most prominent Australian and one of the most prominent Australian women. And as Heather pointed out, she's the first woman to be the CEO of her organisation, which was over 100 years old. This morning we had an occasional speaker, Dr. Marlene Kanga, who was the first, or I think perhaps might be the second, female president of the Australian Institution of Engineers. And I was only thinking this morning, it's not that long ago that women really were consciously, deliberately relegated to second place in the Australian society. When I was still at school, women who worked in the Australian public service had to resign when they got married. What a ridiculous waste of talent. And you see with people like Heather what a tremendous contribution she's made to Australia, and you really do lament the waste of all that talent for so many years. There I go again, Helen. You can call her Heather or Helen, I'm told. Her name is Heather. But I think you'll agree we've been very privileged to hear Heather this morning, this afternoon, and I think she deserves another great round of applause. Well, graduands, I mentioned earlier that there's nothing to feel nervous about, but this is the part of the ceremony, the key part of the ceremony, the conferring of degrees, which makes me a little bit nervous, because a former Chief Justice of New South Wales once told me if I conferred a degree on someone who was not eligible to receive it, I couldn't take it back. So I need an ironclad assurance before I give you your degrees that you are eligible to receive one. And in order for me to get that assurance, I need an assurance from the Acting Registrar that none of you were ever late in submitting an assignment and none of you ever missed a class. Can you give me that assurance, Acting Registrar?
Chancellor, I certify that all candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees and diplomas they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees and diplomas please now stand?
Graduands, in the name of the Council of Macquarie University and by my authority as Chancellor, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees and diplomas for which you have qualified. Graduates, congratulations.
Please be seated. Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Business and Economics. The Faculty of Business and Economics is the largest faculty at Macquarie University and indeed one of the largest in Australia. A broad range of programs in some of the most exciting and topical areas of business and economics are offered, which continue to be in high demand both domestically and internationally. Graduates have recorded employment levels and starting salaries well above the average for all Australian business schools. Research in the faculty is cutting edge and innovative, feeding into teaching to give students the best possible learning experience. The faculty includes research and study areas in accounting, actuarial studies, applied finance, economics, management and marketing. Chancellor, I now call on Professor Mark Gabbett, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Business and Economics, to present the graduates and diplomates. Professor Gabbett.
Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Business and Economics whom you have admitted to degrees. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance with the Bachelor of Commerce Professional Accounting. Prasetya Christy Gunadi. Ali Mansoor Mohsen. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the Bachelor of Commerce. Sia Jia. Yasmin Love. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance, Furong Li. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Wen Miao Guo. Kathleen Largo. Kitty So Yu Lau. Kevin Shun Hin Law. Matthew Jake Lawrence. Young Rock Lee. Michael Le Hu. Rachel Roma Lukta. Albert Chow Yung Leong. Chung Kit Leong. Hao Lee. Wan Lee. Oh, my apologies. Pei Shan Lee. Wei Lee. Wan Lee. Ye Lee. Jen Yu Lee. Wei Lee. Xin Yi Lian. Calvin Russell Lazardi. Fang Lin. Jia Wen Lin. Tao Lin. Shi Yao Lin. Xuan Lin. Cheng Liu. Jingjing Liu. Jonathan Liu. Katrine Liu. Xiaofei Liu. Sisi Liu. Yang Liu. Molly Lloyd. Marco Ka Long Lok. Stephanie Lopez. Yun Peng Lo. Shifan Lu. Natasha Kate Lukak. Alvin Sugiato Lukman. Deandra Anina Lukmento. Feng Yuan Ma. Min Yang Ma. Christopher Jiro Masaoka. Enver Goksu Masera. Chloe Mona Mawas. Anik Harith bin Mazlan. Henry Claude Meechan. Chan Yi Meng. Cameron Mitchell. Ali Sia Mobali. Herman Hoi Ming Mok. Dominique Bagwani Mo. Tse Chang Mo. Marta Agnieszka Musiel. James Raja Nadesan. Kunal Nair. Emma Elizabeth Newman. Wing Ling Beatrice Ng. Joanna Nguyen. Linda Tran Nguyen. Quinn Nguyen. Timothy Man Tuong Nguyen. Tran Pu Nguyen. Chin Song Nong. Minna Naikanen. Yusra Omar. Keegan Ondavilla. Jessica Ong. Ya Ting O. Marie Jessica Padovan. Ching Pan. Young Chick Park. Scott Robert Patterson. Pung Pung. Ying Peng. Melissa Pham. Van Viet Pan. Anita Peng. Joshua Pitcairn. Victoria Kate Inez Pretty. Claudie Yamini. Dan Zhang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting. Jonathan Varian Chandra Wianata. Bernice Chuk Man Chong. Ang Phuong Dam. Tan Angelia Edward. Andre Hartanto Erwanto. Jerbin Lai. Reggie Lee-Man Law. Ji Hoon Lee. Nam Yong Lee. Christine Janelle Legard. Hei Yu Leung. Bing Lee. Jia Jia Lee. Yan Lee. Zhongxia Li. Se Huang Liang. Xue Liang. Yizhou Lin. Da Hong Liu. Jiayi Liu. Jingchao Liu. Lu Liu. Mangying Liu. Xiajing Liu. Zhexian Liu. Anqi Lu. Zhao Jiao Lu. Wingzi Nicole Look. Jintao Liu. Zhiwen Liu. Jefferson Brian Manaquil who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Academic Excellence. Inchin Kin Wang. Justin Patrick McCarthy. Dilshen Munisamy. Hannah Nam. Zenia Nathania. Bradley John Natras. Zhe-Hoon Ng. Wykeith Ng. I.T. Nguyen. An Hong Nguyen. Nok Quinn Nguyen. Ti Hai Hao Nguyen. Ti Tui Trang Nguyen. Min Chian Ni. Hui Yong O. Ji-Hoon Oh. Octavius Oswin. Tracy Ann Osipenko. Billy Alexander Pangestu. Un Sok Park. Isabella J. Park. Chu Young Park. Pham Quang Hui. Pei Rong Ren. Lu Wang. Yi Xie. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science, Joseph Sopian. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting with CPA extension, Yi Xin Ye. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting Professional, Chi Chen. Chancellor, that completes this afternoon's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Business and Economics.
Chancellor, I now call on Mr. Jefferson Brian Maniquil, who has graduated today with a Bachelor of Commerce Professional Accounting, to give the graduate response on behalf of the graduating group. Jeff.
Chancellor, members of the university, guests and fellow graduates, a pleasant afternoon to you all. Sometimes graduation ceremonies are also called commencement exercises. Now, if you wonder why, the answer is pretty obvious. Graduation is not the end, it is only just the beginning. It is seriously giving me chills opening my speech by saying that. The reason why is that almost 4 years ago, when I was also invited to deliver a speech at my graduation, and that time for my cooking diploma, yes, a chef diploma, I also started my speech with that statement. On that day, I was starting out as a chef. Today, I begin my life as an accountant. I am very privileged to stand on this very podium to speak on behalf of the graduating batch, and also very honored to receive the Vice Chancellor Award. I would not have achieved this without my friends from Macquarie and University of Copenhagen, where I completed an exchange program, my talented PAL family, my research supervisors who are behind me at the moment, so Elaine and Karen, my mentors, Vanessa, and my ever-supportive aunties who's with us at the moment. Most especially, I would like to dedicate this victory to my mom, who flew in from the Philippines to be in this very momentous occasion. She has worked so hard to send me to this beautiful country and to this highly acclaimed university, and she is, without a doubt, the unsung hero in my victory. During my 3 years at Macquarie, by seizing all on-campus opportunities that unfolded before me, I have experienced holistic evolution. The way I speak, the way I see things, the way I think, and even the way I relate with people. This is where I've learned life lessons that will, at some point or in general, guide me in my career. Graduates, with my remaining time on the podium, I want to share two of these most precious realizations that we can take away with us as a guidance in a daunting world out there. First, at Macquarie, I learned that it was not my excitement or enthusiasm that led me to where I'm standing right now. As a matter of fact, it was purely momentum. Graduates, in our careers, it is momentum that can truly sustain our hunger to succeed in each of our endeavors. So how do we keep the fire deep within us burning? This is a question we need to ponder on right now. Second, and ultimately the most important lesson, I've learned that failure is only temporary. Believe me, it is really okay to fail. Do you think there is not a single time along the way I stumbled to where I'm getting right now? I failed once when I gave up on my chef career and fell on my knees when I screwed up a major exam. And no one could even believe me. Like a person like me has experience getting sacked at work, which really bruised my confidence big time. And now if you ask me, why do we have to fall? Without falling, we will never learn how to fight back and harder for those things that matter to us even more. Without falling, we will never be great. My fellow graduates, from this day, don't be afraid to try new things and to take risks. As my favorite motivational quote goes, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start right now to be great. So go out there, push boundaries, and climb new heights. And if you do fall, just don't forget to pick yourself back up. Thank you very much.
Jefferson, that was really a great speech. I was very moved by it. Thank you for coming to Australia to study. Thank you for coming to Macquarie. An accountant who can cook. What a great combination. Jefferson, I really did appreciate your speech, and I'm really glad that your family's here. Your mother's here from the Philippines. I think your family should take a bow. Please stand so we can... Your family certainly deserve to feel very proud of you. I think Jefferson needs another great round of applause. That wasn't too bad, was it? That beautiful voice, ladies and gentlemen, belongs to Angela Brewer. And I might say you're very lucky that Angela was singing at your graduation today. She sings at most of our graduation ceremonies, but occasionally she can't get here. And when she can't, I do the singing. So you're very, very fortunate. Would you like to hear Angela sing a bit more? Okay, well, what you've got to do is enrol in another degree, and when you come back, I promise you she'll be singing again at your next graduation. Please join with me in thanking Angela once more. And also, I think we should thank our fabulous musicians, Melanie McLaughlin over there on the trumpet, and Dr. James Forsyth on the organ. And I'd also like to thank our alumni volunteers who come along to our graduation ceremonies to make sure that things go smoothly at your graduation. So I think they deserve a round of applause as well. Well, graduates and ladies and gentlemen, as part of this graduation ceremony, we honour members of staff from the Faculty of Business and Economics who have made outstanding contributions to student learning at Macquarie University. I now call the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Bruce Doughton, to read the citation. Professor Doughton.
Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to invite Dr. Troy Serena to please stand. Dr. Serena has won this award for his major contribution to the first-year experience and the BCom HRM major through designing and implementation of learning and assessment activities that prepare students for a productive professional and civic life through the development of life skills. His commitment to learning has been evidenced by his implementation of a number of new initiatives in the HRM 107 Introduction to Human Resources Assessment regime, which have included the use of debate training to ignite active learning, performance and participation among first-year business students. Live debate training has provided students with new opportunities for personal reflection that have enhanced their appreciation of the power of rhetoric and the elements of both critical thinking and effective argument making. In this way, Dr. Serena has supported foundational learning for first-year students that can assist them to develop scholarly values through high-level communication and interpersonal skills. Such life skills enable students to become active and engaged members of the workforce and society more generally. In addition, Dr. Serena's participation in the first-year student mentoring program in 2013 has assisted students with their transition into university life with excellent feedback from the students and the program convener. Chancellor, I present to you a truly worthy recipient of the 2014 Vice-Chancellor Citation for Outstanding Contribution to Student Learning, Dr. Troy Serena from the Department of Marketing and Management in the Faculty of Business and Economics. Chancellor, it also gives me great pleasure to invite Ms. Vanessa Cornelius to please stand. This award for programs that enhance student learning is presented to the program manager of a team, Ms. Vanessa Cornelius, and recognises the valued contribution of the student interns that support the Faculty of Business and Economics First Step Mentoring Program The team, in addition, Megan Sue, Bernice Kwok, Yamuna Sapkota, Divich Mehra, Eliza Suter, Boris Lee, Aram Michaelian. The success of this program is built on the firm commitment and passion of the academic mentors, as well as student peer mentors, whose amazing contribution has made such a difference to student participants. The faculty's First Step mentoring program engages first-year students with peer mentors and academic staff in order to help their transition into university life and become successful members of the university community. The program offers students the opportunity to develop a sense of connectedness, capability, resourcefulness, and purpose, each of which is critical and of critical importance in the light of an increasingly diverse and complex student cohort at this university. The relationships built through the First Step program have a lasting impact on the students' sense of purpose and their connection to Macquarie University. As the program manager, Ms. Vanessa Cornelius has been instrumental in successfully building these powerful connections between students and staff over the past 3 years. Chancellor, I present to you Ms. Vanessa Cornelius, who today collects the Vice-Chancellor's Award for programs that enhance learning on behalf of the Faculty of Business and Economics First Step Mentoring Program.
Well, graduates, this ceremony marks the end of one stage in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it is certainly not the end of your association with Macquarie. From today on, for the rest of your lives, you are part of the bigger Macquarie family, which is our alumni, and part of the network of 150,000 Macquarie alumni spanning the globe. We'll keep in touch with you through our alumni program, which is focused on lifelong learning, lifelong support and lifelong connections. Our commitment to you is to help you keep in touch and engaged with Macquarie throughout your life. And graduates, please do make sure that you come back to Macquarie, either to undertake more study, perhaps to attend alumni events or use our aquatic and fitness facilities, or even, if you like, just to take a wander through our beautiful campus. Graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. Believe it or not, you, each and every one of you, can change the world. And you don't have to be a Nobel Prize winner either to do it, because almost everything you do, in your homes, in your workplaces, and in your communities matters and can make a huge difference. The consequences of every effort, every action, large or small, can reverberate throughout society through the decades, indeed the centuries. Even something as simple as a kind word or a kind gesture can often be the spark that ignites a great life or a great career or a great achievement. So as Chancellor of Macquarie University, I charge you to use what you have learned not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of the community. I charge you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity, and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and inquiry. I charge you to recognise the worth and dignity of all people, particularly those who have not had the opportunities that you've enjoyed. I charge you to set high goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. I charge you, wherever you go, to go with all your heart. and in all you do, I charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. Now, graduates, I hope also that you'll always remember the people who have helped you along the way, many of whom, of course, are here with you today, and probably many others are watching the live streaming. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them for it, I'm now going to ask you to do a few things. First, graduates, would you please now stand? Now I'd like you to place your degrees on the seats behind you so that your hands are free, and I'd like you to turn around to face your families and your friends. And now I invite you to give them a mighty round of applause. You can turn around now. Here on the dais are also some people, I think, who are deserving of your gratitude, and they're the representatives of our academic community, and I think they deserve a round of applause too. Graduates, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, shortly I'll lead the official party out of the hall, and it will be my great honour to invite all of you to join us down by the lake for some refreshments. Well, graduates, I wish you the very best for the future, and in the words of an old Irish blessing, may the road rise up to meet you, may the wind always be at your back, may the sun shine warm upon your face, and rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Graduates, good luck. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official party will now leave the graduation hall through the centre aisle and will be followed by the graduates. Would you please now stand and remain standing until the academic procession has left the hall?